2024 was the most difficult year for me. I had to face difficulties that I've never in my life imagined that I would face. I had to go through my darkest moments and I spent a horrible year. But I'm so grateful that I had to go through every single thing that I went through because they taught me so many valuable things and they made me the woman that I am today. I am much stronger, I have much more faith, and I look at life with a different perspective. So I wanted to create this video because I want to go through the 10 things that I learned this year to give you guys hope for 2025. I really hope that this video helps you to just change your perspective in life and start 2025 the best way and with the best mindset that you could ever start the year. So if you really resonate with this, stick to this video because I, from the bottom of my heart, think that this can truly change your life. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lorena and I make content for girls that want to level up their lives, tap into their divine feminine energy, and become the woman that they have always dreamed of being. So in this video, I'm going to just guide you through what happened to me this year and all the valuable learnings that I got from all these challenges. So I really started 2024 with the hardest challenge of my life. One night I couldn't sleep and I had a panic attack. And I don't know why. Well, I know because of my thoughts, I just developed severe insomnia. I was sleeping like 2 hours every night for I think a month and a half. This affected me mentally so bad that I developed panic attacks on a daily basis. I developed severe anxiety, and from this I got into a depressive, dark period of my life, like really depressive period of my life. And the learning that I get from this is that your thoughts and your mind have a power to make you feel your best, but also your worst. Our mind is really powerful. Our mind can truly control our reality and our perspective because of our thoughts control what we live and how we shape our lives. And I see a lot of people talk about this from the good perspective, meaning you can manifest everything. You just can, achieve everything that you want because your thoughts can really shape your reality. But it can also shape your reality from the negative perspective. And the learning that I got from all this insomnia and from all this depressive, dark period of my life is that if you let bad thoughts and like negative and hysterical thoughts really go into your mind, if you kind of open that door, it can change your life overnight. So what happened to me is that from a moment of not sleeping and having insomnia, I developed severe anxiety. And now I look back and I just think, wow, how could that happen? But it was all because of my thoughts, because how I looked at this problem. I just thought it was the end of the world. I didn't see a way out of this. But if I would have just had a different perspective, if I would have just knew that this was only temporary, everything would have just been different. I wouldn't have been that depressed and that anxious all the time. And in this moment, I also found God. I decided to just give a faith a chance, and for reasons that I will tell you in another video, I found God and I started to just heal a little bit from the inside, and this truly changed my life, and this pulled me out of that insomnia period, in that dark depressive period, and it completely changed my life. And then moving on a little bit past the year, in February I think it was, I started a project with a person that at the time was my friend. So we started a project to make some kind of like business projects and stuff. I was really excited. And when things started to go bad, when difficulties came up, this person showed its real side and just showed a side of himself that really made me think that not all your friends are your true friends. Not everyone in hard situations are going to be how they are in easy situations. And it made me really realize that people are not who they are on the surface. In truly hard times is when you truly see the good and the bad in people. I really expected this person to just be how that person has been like forever, like that friend that, is there for you and is funny and is this and is that. But then when the hard times just kicked in, I was like, who are you? This was something really difficult, but it made me learn so much. And it made me learn that truly your friends are not probably who you think they are, because maybe you haven't gone through hard times with them, or problems had just not arisen yet, so you don't truly know their true side. With this, I want to also say that you need to be like really careful who you surround yourself with, because people are going to really shape you into the person that they are. You're going to acquire their good things, but also their bad things, their lifestyle, their thoughts, their values, everything. And with this, I don't mean that you need to just kick out of your life every single person that doesn't align with your goals and doesn't align with your dreams, because you can have friends that they can want to work in a 9 to 5 and maybe you don't, you want to build a business. It doesn't mean that all your friends that want to work in 9 to 5, you got to kick them out of your life. I don't mean this. With this, I mean that you need to be aware of the people that are dragging you down, with the people that are truly damaging your mindset and that are making you be far away from your dreams and your goals. And for a lot of time, I kind of realized that there were people that were dragging me down and were really making me have a lifestyle that I didn't want to have, but I was still hanging out with them. And afterwards I felt bad, but I was still hanging out with them. And it was like, I just didn't know that I had to really stop all relationship that I had with these people to understand that they were truly hurting me. So now I just have fewer friends. With the pass of time, I just find myself like having less friends, like true friends, but I find that it is much more peaceful to me. Now I'm friends with people that make me feel good, that their company is just something pleasant to me, and that I just spend a great time with them, even though they don't want to be millionaires and we're not like, hustling and grinding together. We just have a great time. So the learning for me was to really pay attention to the people that were hurting me and I didn't realize, and to truly make sure that those people were out of my life so I could develop peace and happiness much easier. And following with the story of that friend that we started the project together, I got one of the biggest learnings of my entire life. And all of this project that we had in mind didn't work out. It didn't work out because we had a disagreement, a really huge fight, and that friend showed a side of themselves that I just really didn't like. It was really disrespectful, and a lot of bad things happened. But the thing is that throughout all the time that we were working together, there were a lot of red flags that I was ignoring. I was like so excited. I was really so passionate about this. It was so feasible to do this project, and I was not seeing clearly. Those red flags were there. This person had like certain behaviors and certain things that they said that I was like really not paying attention to. I was like saying, oh yeah, but maybe this isn't that way. Maybe that person will change. And the thing is that this was not true. This was not going to happen. Those were red flags that were telling me that I needed to cut out that relationship, that I needed to get out of that project. And I was really not listening. And the biggest learning that I got is that I needed to just step back, breathe, and see everything from a rational perspective. And this is a learning that I'm going to be applying for a lot of things. It can be applied for businesses, but it can be also applied for certain investments. It can be applied for, maybe you're into a relationship, you're getting to know a new guy, and there are red flags that your excitement is making you ignore. Please breathe, take a step back, and really analyze everything from other perspective. When I let my emotions be on the game, I was not seeing clearly, and it is one of the biggest learnings of my entire life. And also from this project and all of this argument with that person, we were actually friends before, and we stopped being friends because of the things that I considered disrespectful and the hurting that I went through. The thing is that on another point of my life, I would have just be so mad at this person, and I would have looked for revenge, and I would have thought that that person is really a bad person, and like I don't want to know anything about it, and it's all his fault. Since God is in my life and I had to go through all of the learnings that I said before, I also obtained a huge learning that was to really not look at the person as a bad person, but looking at the spirit of this person. With this, I mean that sometimes we see people do things that we don't like. We see people really hurt us, and we think that they're like the bad one in the movie and everything is their fault. But we don't really empathize with that people. We don't really see everything from their perspective. And I really saw this situation from that person's perspective, and I realized that, yeah, that person really hurt me and was really disrespectful to me, but his life was not easy. And there were certain situations in his life that really made me understand why that person acted the way that he acted. So I really learned that it is not something mine to just judge that person and want revenge, because I really don't know what that person is going through, and their life could have been difficult, and the spirit is that way because of the situations that that person had to go through. It's not the person, it is the spirit. And God will always make that person learn from something bad that they did, and it is not my job to seek for revenge and to make that person understand certain things. Like, the teaching to that person will just come from God and not from me. And now I know, just had to let go, and I had to just forgive that person, even though everything that he did hurt me. And right when this all project just crashed and I couldn't do what I had in mind, all of my, passion and all of the work that I put in this project was really for nothing, I got a huge learning as well. Because when I stopped all of this project, I was left with nothing. I was about to finish uni and I didn't know what to do, but I took action. I really didn't let this stop me, and I took action. I started to implement all the knowledge that I learned from the project, and I applied it to my own project. I started my social media page, and I really started to get passionate about this as well. And at another point of my life, I would have just stopped and let, that angry side of myself and that judgmental part of myself not take action and be constantly thinking about what this person did wrong and why this didn't work and everything. But now I thought, listen, this didn't work out. Okay, well, it's because it just didn't have to work out, but I learned a lot of things. I'm going to just utilize those things that I learned and implement them into another project. And so I started social media. And the huge learning that I got from this is that I needed to use that momentum to take action and create something good from the bad. I don't think we have to wait for something good to just fall from heaven, to God put something great in your life and then your life is changed all of a sudden. So now, instead of waiting for things to happen to me, I create those good things from bad situations or from hard challenges. And when I started all of this social media thing, I was, as I said, really angry, and I was mad at that person, and I found myself in a kind of a hopeless period of my life because all of the passion and all of the dreams that I had just kind of crashed a little bit. I thought that it wasn't the perfect moment. I really thought on waiting until I started on social media because maybe I didn't have enough money, or maybe I just didn't have enough motivation, or I was tired and I was angry. But I thank God that I started, because it made me realize that you don't have to feel your 100% to actually make something. And it is in those moments when you make things, even though you're tired, you feel weak, you feel anxious. It is in those moments that you actually find gratification. When you go through something bad, even though you feel bad, you make something great and you start something that you've always wanted to do. You feel so great with yourself. My confidence just boosted so much. And it was hard. It was hard to start on social media, even though I just was full of doubts and fears. But I'm so grateful that I did, because I wouldn't be creating this video right now for you guys. And all of the time that I have been on social media, I have realized that social media is not the reality. And I know this is kind of something cliche. A lot of people say social media is fake. I used to think that, but it wasn't until I got into social media that I truly realized that it is not what they tell us. I was comparing myself all the time with people on social media. I used to think that everyone had a perfect life, and I was thinking all the time, why am I not rich yet? Why am I not achieving everything? Look at this person. This person has everything. They have a huge house. They have they're rich, they're beautiful, they have this certain body. They never go through hard times. Girl, they do. They have gone through hard times, and maybe they are going through hard times now. I really needed to stop comparing my behind the scenes with other people's highlights, because social media is that. It is highlights that people decide to just only post their wins and not the challenges or the losses that they go through. And to ease your mind a little bit, when I created this video that got 8,000 views, I was really excited. It was the first video that really got a good result, and it kind of went viral. I was going through derealization and severe anxiety. I know. And you can watch that video and think, oh my God, this girl is looking so pretty, or she's speaking so confidently, and everything seemed so good for her. But in reality, I was feeling so bad, and I was anxious, and I was like not confident within myself. So I wanted to share this with you guys because I really think that it's important that you realize that what you see on social media is really not what it is in real life. And I also think because of social media, we live in an instant gratification world. We just want everything right away. We want results right away. You know, we buy something in Amazon, we have it the next day at home. We go on social media and then we get a peak of dopamine and like everything seems fine again. We live in an instant gratification time, and it is really damaging every single one of us. And I thought that when I started on social media, I was going to get viral the next day. And I thought that when I got into the project that everything will fall into place right away and I didn't have to fall into difficulties and money was just going to fall from the sky. But that's not reality. And I really learned that I needed to be patient, that if I'm going to be with 700 subscribers for a year, I will be like it. Like, it's okay. I know it's part of the process now. I know that I will have to upload maybe 100 videos before one gets viral. Maybe I will try 3 businesses before one really succeeds. So trying all of these projects and going through all of these challenges really made me understand that things are not going to be easy. Results are not going to come right away. But it is on those times in we are suffering because we don't get what we want, or because we are tired and we're just thriving and this thing is not working. It is in those times that we really understand that patience is key, and that when all of these things will work, we will feel such a much more gratification. And I'm just willing to go through those hard times now because I know that in the end I will feel so much better because I will have accomplished all of these things by hard work, patience, and faith. And with all the time that I have also been on social media, I have learned something really interesting, and it is that I was doing things randomly for a long period of time on social media. I was pretending to get viral. I was pretending to just make this work without an actual plan. And this can be applied to everything in life. If you want to go to the gym and you want to really build muscle and get toned and feel strong, if you don't have a plan, if you don't see this from a strategic perspective, you're probably not gonna succeed. If you go one day to the gym and you're not consistent and you don't really know what you have to do next week, you're probably going to fail because you're not following a plan. With me on social media, it happened the same thing. I really need to understand that I needed a plan and that I needed to be strategic before really starting to post content. Like, I needed to figure out my niche. I really needed to figure out how to present myself, how to speak in front of the camera, and I really need to plan all of my videos before really starting to post on social media. In everything in life, now I know that I really need to look at things from a strategic perspective, and that if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. And to end the video, I want to talk about the most important learning of all times, and it is that every bad thing will lead you to a good thing. And just hear me out here, because this truly changed my whole perspective. My mindset truly changed from this. Every single thing that happened into my life, I had the chance to just see it as a problem or as an opportunity. And now I believe that every single thing happens for a reason. And when something bad happened to me back then, I would think that it was the end of the world. I wouldn't see a way out. I was constantly asking myself, but why is this happening to me? But now I know that it was all part of God's plan. He wanted me to go through all of that, because if it wouldn't have been for all of the challenges that I went through, if I didn't start that project with my friend, and I wouldn't have ended the friendship with that person, and I wouldn't have gone through insomnia, if I wouldn't have gone through depression, I wouldn't have started to post on social media. I wouldn't be here right now talking to you guys and explaining all of the learnings to you. I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wouldn't be half as strong that I am today. And in the time that I had insomnia and I was like really depressed, I didn't know what was happening to me, and I just couldn't see a way out of it, and like I couldn't see the light. But it turned out I had the biggest blessing of my life. I found God because of that. And so like now I understand that this thing needed to happen, because then I had like a much bigger blessing waiting for me. When the project with my friend just crashed, I could have thought, oh my God, what am I gonna do right now? Why is this happening to me? But instead of that, I just kind of let go of control And then the idea of starting on social media appeared in my head, and I started doing it. Then I changed the niche, and now I'm creating videos for girls to help them level up their lives, and it is my passion and I love it. And so now I know that every single thing had to happen, and I'm so passionate about this because truly this changed my whole perspective in life, and I think that it can truly change yours. I truly don't like to give a lot of advices, but if I have to give you one, is to please, in those hard moments, see the good part of them, understand that there is a way out, and try to see it as an opportunity, not as a problem. Try to look at who you will be if you face this challenge and if you truly win that battle. Like, I'm so sure that if you're facing something right now and if you truly win that battle, you will be so much better. Like, you will be much stronger, you will be much more confident in yourself, and probably bigger blessings will come to your life. So please, if you're gonna stick to anything from this video, really change your perspective on bad times, on challenges. Trust God's timing and trust God's plans because it is literally perfect. Guys, I'm so happy that you made it to the end of the video. I really hope that this whole video was enough for you to change your perspective towards the new year. And I really encourage you to fight. If you're in a bad time, I encourage you to put in the work. I encourage you to truly do this today for the woman that you will be tomorrow. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It will mean the world to me and it will help me so much. And I truly wish you the best start of 2025. I wish you the best year of your entire life. I pray to God that He blesses you this year, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And I hope I can see you in the next one. Bye!